So you've listed your product on Amazon in the UAE, however, you're not getting any sales. Or you're thinking of listing your product and starting to sell on Amazon in the UAE, but you're worried you're not going to get any sales. 3 steps, simple steps to follow in order to help you make sure that your product sells out on Amazon in the UAE and in KSA soon. All the information in this video. Keep on watching. Now, of course, there are a lot of steps to follow in order to make sure that you create a super successful product on Amazon in the Middle East. However, I'm going to be talking about 3 very important steps that you need to make sure are there in order to be successful on Amazon and have a good selling product. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal. I'm an Amazon seller and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society Middle East. Let's jump into this video straight away. However, before I start talking about these 3 steps, I want to talk about 2 very important metrics a lot of new sellers and beginners don't really understand or don't even know that they exist. Metric number 1, CTR. CTR stands for click-through rate. What does that mean? Basically, when people log on to Amazon, the first thing that they do is they search for a product. So they type in the main keyword that correlates to your product, and out pops a list of all the products that are related to that keyword. What is your click-through rate? If 100 people type in that main keyword and only 10 people click through to your listing, basically your click-through rate is 10%. Yeah? The other metric is called CR, or conversion rate, very much related to the click-through rate. So if people click through into your listing and only, let's say 100 people and only 5 people purchase, so your conversion rate is 5%. You find these metrics in the reports section of your Amazon Seller Central. However, they're very important for you to measure and very important for you to read, because they can give you an idea how desirable your product is, and you can understand a little bit more, because the data is right there in front of you, why people are purchasing or not purchasing your product. Because there is no question that Amazon in the UAE gets a lot of traffic, and there is no question that people are purchasing products every single minute on Amazon in the UAE. So there's always a reason. If you're not selling very well, there's always a reason. And if there's a reason, then there's always a solution. Before I jump into these 3 basic steps that are gonna help you, let's talk about our competition. So in each and every video, we have a quick competition. Anybody who likes to win a strategy call with me over Zoom, all you need to do is you need to be subscribed to the channel, you need to like this video, and you need to leave a comment in the comment section below. The person who won and left a comment and all of that in the previous video is the person who left me this comment. Thank you so much. Make sure you send me a DM to our Instagram account, Amazon Sellers Society. Now let's get started with these 3 steps. Normally, what sellers do when they see not a lot of sales, the number 1 thing that they do is that they lower the price. And that's not always the problem. The price actually is never the problem. Because if your product is desirable enough, and if you know how to convey its desirability, you're not going to have to worry about the price. And people are going to purchase your product no matter what the price is. With that being said, step number 1, sell a good product. What do I mean by that? Do I mean that you need to create a product, invent a product, and put all your investment in creating a very unique product? No, not really. Because when you do your product research, you're gonna find a product that you want to sell. However, what most sellers do is that they do a Me Too product. So they're very excited, they jump into Alibaba, they find a product that's like 100% similar to the product being sold on Amazon. They're so excited, they want to start, they get that product and they list it immediately on Amazon. And what happens is they're basically selling the same exact product like somebody else. Yes, that does work in the beginning. And if that's the type of business model you want to follow, then, that's fine. However, after a certain period of time, remember, Amazon is a competitive platform and everybody wants to be making money on Amazon. Other sellers are going to discover a weak point and they're going to get a product that's a little bit different, and you're going to start seeing your sales declining every single day because what you decided to do is to sell an exact copy of the product that you just studied. With just spending a little bit more time with sourcing your product, you can be able to find the product that's a little bit different. Again, I don't mean that you need to invent a product. Just make it a little bit different. Just create, maybe add something to it, maybe bundle it, maybe just, there's always a way to create a product that's a little bit different in order to differentiate yourself. But it also needs to be a good product, because if it's not a good product, then you're not going to get the reviews that you want, and people are not going to recommend your product to their friends and to their family. So you need to make sure that whatever product you're selling is really a good quality product. However, it needs to be different. Maybe everybody else is selling regular thermometers and you decide to sell a thermometer with an LCD screen, for example. Maybe everybody else is selling a white thermometer that has no magnet. You decide to sell an orange thermometer that has a magnet and then it can stick onto your fridge. So many things, so many suppliers you're going to be able to find on Alibaba. So take your time and find a product that is different. However, it needs to be a good product. Step number 2, show a better product. What do I mean by that? When you walk into a brick and mortar store, a regular store, let's say, for example, you want to buy a garlic press. If you walk into a brick and mortar store, you can actually hold up that product, you can weigh it in your hand, you can look at it, you can test it out. You can talk to a shop assistant and ask them for their feedback. You're basically using your 5 senses. However, on Amazon, you don't have any of that. On Amazon, it's 100% visual. So you have to convey the desirability of your product. You need to actually make it desirable. So you started out with a really good product. Now you need to show your customers how good your product is. So your images have to be fantastic, especially your main image, the first image that people see when they search for your product. It has to be so good that they can feel that they can reach through that screen and grab your product. That's how good it needs to be. Your title has to also be inviting. Now, when they click into your listing, that's where you need to wow them. So your other images have to be fantastic as well. The second thing that they're going to do is that they're going to look at your bullet points. They're going to move on to your product description. They're going to look at the reviews. And the last thing that they're going to do is they're going to look at the Q&A section. You have control over all of those things. The only thing you don't have control over are the reviews. But if you've already created a good product and you make sure that the product is fantastic for your customers to use, then the reviews take care of themselves. What you need to focus on and what you need to take care of is the sales. You want people to purchase your product and you need to make it, it's a very emotional experience buying products on Amazon, and that's how it needs to be. Your product needs to convey desirability. Now, a quick tip I can tell you about bullet points is that you need to convey, or you need to write out the benefits of the product and then talk about the features. What do I mean by that? They're very similar. So let's go back to the garlic press example. So you decide to sell a garlic press and you decide to create that, to get a garlic press that's made of titanium, for example. So titanium is a feature. However, what's the benefit? That's what people care about. The benefit is that it's rust proof and it's durable. So in your bullet point, in the first part of your bullet point, you need to put the benefit. So the benefit would be rust proof and durable. And then after that beginning part of your bullet point, that's where you put the feature about titanium and why titanium is so good. And that's the part where people who like to dig deep, the scientific people, the people who like to consume information, that's where they're going to find the information. However, the people who like the impulse shop who just don't have time, they're gonna find the benefit of the product in the first part of your bullet point. Now, step number 3, very simple. Get yourself a badge. What do I mean by that? All of us as sellers, we covet the Amazon Choice badge or the bestseller badge, and these badges are fantastic. However, these badges are a little bit tough when you're launching your product because they're basically, well, they're all about sales. However, one badge that you can get, and that's 100% in your control, is the coupon code. So when people search for a product and all the products are listed one after the other, products that have a coupon code activated are, well, they jump out at you a little bit more, and they pique the interest of the customer. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna click into your listing, and if you did step number 1 and step number 2, you're sure gonna get that sale because they're gonna be very, it's gonna be a very desirable product. Now, with that being said, coupon codes, you can control them. You can decide a money off coupon code or a percentage off coupon code. It's up to you and and how much money you basically can sacrifice for that product. So you just need to make sure that, for example, 5% off maybe might look better than 5 dirhams off. So it has to do with how much profit you are making from that product and how much you can sacrifice with that coupon code. But with that being said, a lot of people don't really know that they need to activate the coupon code before they purchase the product, and they end up purchasing the product without actually activating the coupon code and paying full price for it. So I highly recommend that you use a coupon code. It's fantastic. It's free for you to use. However, it obviously gives the customer a small discount, and it's a little bit different. Not a lot of sellers are actually using it on Amazon in the UAE. And that's it. Those are the 3 steps. Of course, selling on Amazon is a complicated procedure. There are a lot of steps for you to learn in order to be successful. However, it's something that you can do. A lot of people are selling very successfully on Amazon, and they don't do it for a living. They do it as a side thing with their other job or an additional stream of income. So anybody can do it if you learn the steps. If you want to learn a little bit more about creating a listing that can be, that can enhance your sales, you can find our free training in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it valuable and helpful, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. I'll see you in another video. Bye.